we're going to talk about our proposal for La Durée Cerrezuela, the gate to Latin America. This is going to be the agenda. We will talk about the cities and expected locations for Salon de la Durée, sort of the concept that we wanted to put and what cities we thought about before choosing one. We will have a description of the district or area suggested for La Durée. We'll talk about some of the competitors in the city and the development of the potential local market, and what is the long-term vision of our partnership.
Okay, so let's go ahead with the places we search for. These are the three ones. First, Plaza Armonía in Cali. Second, Plaza La Cerrezuela in Cartagena, and El Tesoro Parque Comercial in Medellín. We are going to speak about the rent. So for Plaza La Cerrezuela, we search for a medium-sized space, 60 square meters, an average rent of 9,600,000 Colombian pesos per month can be considered. For Plaza Armonía in Cali, we found a reference for a 172 square meter terrace type space with a monthly rent of 22,500,000 Colombian pesos. And for El Tesoro, we found a rent of 4,000,000 Colombian pesos per month for 60 square meters. Down the name, you can see the address. We finally choose Cerrezuela, but we consider Plaza Armonía and El Tesoro malls because they also host luxury brands. They are in high sectors and in no cities. Yeah. Regarding the environment, first, Cerrezuela has 100 stores and 50 commercial islands located on 4 floors, has a gastronomic hall called Tentadero, a parking lot with a capacity of 200 vehicles, an events plaza capacity for 1,900 people. That is a replica of the old Circus Theater that was there before, a mall occupancy rate of 90%. And also Cartagena is a city with warm and humid temperature. Tourists visit Cartagena to enjoy its climate, beaches, and history. We wanted to mention a fun fact that is Malva is a luxury multi-brand store that has chosen Cerrezuela to host its only physical location in Colombia. And this brand is planning to expand to Latin America, but its epicenter is Cartagena. So this confirmed that Cerrezuela is a great start point for the expansion in all Latin America, starting with the franchise here in Cartagena, Colombia. Now schedules, the stores, the schedules, stores and commercial island are from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. And regarding the area, Cerrezuela is in the historic center of Cartagena, a well-known sector, and it has entertainment areas, gastronomy, recreational space, and over 2,300 square meters of terrace with ornamental fountains and viewpoints. In total, Plaza La Cerrezuela has approximately 22,000 square meters of built area. Now you can, yeah. Now we wanted to talk about the plan. So the plan is to open a salon de té, which is the tea room. As you can see in the image below, that will be the menu via franchise. This will be a medium-sized La Durée, as I mentioned before, considering it will be the first shop in Colombia. La Durée must be in a strategic area within Cerrezuela, that is, a local that has a big showcase to the street. As you can see in the image of the left, we circle and we draw a line in the places that we consider are the best for the local. And both the outside and interior design of this local will be inspired in La Durée essence. People must feel that they are queens inside this place, as the brochure mentioned, and Renaissance architecture and paintings are a great option to decor. These are the images of Cerrezuela. It is pretty beautiful. And when we choose this city and mall and not Cali with Plaza Armonía and El Tesoro in Medellín. First, because Cartagena is among the top cities in Colombia with the highest number of tourists and has promising economic growth, as we will discuss later. Also, Cartagena has its own port. Third, La Cerrezuela has been considered a national monument and is declared by UNESCO as a historical heritage of humanity. Fourth, Plaza La Cerrezuela offers a service for the tourists, which is called luggage keep, where visitors can securely store their belongings while walking around or waiting for check-in at the hotel or our airport. And also there is a service called Drop and Go, which ensures the delivery of purchase to the chosen address. Visitors love these options because they don't have to carry bags with their purchase while they are exploring the city. Okay, the shopping center is a significant tourist attraction due to its impressive architecture, outdoor terrace, and welcoming atmosphere. Travelers include Sarasota in their itinerary because they can shop and connect with the city history. Six, and an important point is that all the stores have open and adaptable spaces to better reflect the identity of each brand. As we mentioned before, we wanted the local have that Renaissance look. And lastly, Sarasota is located in a prestigious sector of the city, close to a tourist attraction such as the murallas of Cartagena and the center of Cartagena.
Okay, now we're going to talk about sort of the description of the area. First and most importantly is that we have to talk about the city. In terms of numbers, over 260,000 foreigners arrive for leisure and activities, which is a huge number, especially in the coast, where the most important cities are Cartagena, Santa Marta, Barranquilla. And also approximately cruise ships with up to a lot of passengers, and all year round they sum up to 246,856 cruise ship passengers. So it's people that come, they stay in the city for a while, and then they leave, and they are guided by tourists. And also Cartagena receives more or less 400 flights every week. That's approximately 1,700 flights each month, and more and more, there are more national routes to go to Cartagena and more international routes also. In terms of the increase of the passengers, we see that in Cartagena, in last year, in 2022, it augmented 7.1% in terms of domestic flights and 5% international, which shows that Cartagena is still a very important city in terms of tourism. It's still a city that receives a lot of foreigners with the opportunity to visit our next area, which is the Centro Histórico. In terms of Cartagena, the Centro Histórico has this historical charm. It also has architectural beauty within its walls and cultural vibrancy. It is it is sort of the heart of the city. And at the same time, it's the best conserved colonial center in all of Latin America. So really the people who come from foreign countries, they know that the place to go is Centro Histórico. This means that this is going to be the area with the majority of the tourists who travel to Cartagena, that being either nationals or being international and foreign tourists. Also, and in terms more of the product that La Durée would exhibit and provide to the people of Cartagena and to the Centro Histórico, are the gastronomic delights. Not only in Cerrezuela, but in the whole of Centro Histórico, there's a lot of exotic restaurants. There's French, there's Japanese, there's Peruvian, there's French, there's Italian. So there's really this rich gastronomic area, and we find that having La Durée in the heart of the city is key for its success. In terms of La Cerrezuela, we found that it's a rescue of culture and history. Before 2015, this was the old Plaza de Toros, and really rescuing it and making it part of the city has been a rescue of Cartagena's history. And we find that history is a good part of La Durée, and we find that being in a place of culture and history would be the best for Cerrezuela. It also represents luxury in all its forms. La Cerrezuela has some of the most prestigious national and international concept stores and brands. At the same time, it's also a cultural and convention center. So there are events, there are things planned, and it's really a great space for tourists, and it's really a very good place. In terms of co-tenants, the option, since Natalia already mentioned, people have and companies have the liberty of choosing how to organize their space based on their needs and their goals. So the option of having co-tenants is not available because each brand or the Cerrezuela believes that each brand deserves its own space to really show themselves to the world. And in terms, finally, of luxury brands, Cerrezuela is home to luxury brands like Carolina Herrera, Ray-Ban, Bimba y Lola, and Malva, which Natalia already mentioned. So these are some of the brands that have international recognition. And not only that, but having that type of brands in La Cerrezuela gives that bonus of luxury to La Tourette. And as I already mentioned, each store has the creative freedom to design their own spaces. But the most important thing of the luxury brands is the fine cuisine with Tentadero. Tentadero is the thing Natalia already mentioned, which is like sort of this terraced space where there are all the restaurants and they are all at easy access because Cerrezuela believes in the idea that you can try everything and everything there is luxurious and good for you, so they believe in that concept.
Okay, so in order to continue with the study of introducing La Dourée in Colombia, we believe that it's important to mention the study of competitors that we mainly focused on Cartagena, which is we're gonna introduce the La Dourée. We identified mainly three potential competitors. They are related with the tea room concept that we are planning to implement with La Dourée. However, they are kind of different in some aspects. Next. The first one, we have Café Malva. This is one of their direct competitors because it is located in the same spot that we are planning to stay. That is the Cerrezuela mall. However, it is a cozy and relaxed place and all this stuff with a gourmet coffee concept. However, the local people they don't have like a good impression of this company or this cafe. So for the La Dourée, it's not like a direct competitor in the concept that we're planning to enter in the market, but it is important to mention for the location. The next one, okay, I forgot to mention the prices. They start to $2 and to $7. Then we have the other competitor. It is Manga. This is another concept, like kind of it is more similar than the concept that we're planning to introduce. The concept of La Dourée with influence in French cuisine, but it is located in a different location, so it's not close to the Cerrezuela, and the prices are similar than the other competitor. And finally, for us, this is the most important component that it is established in the city. Since 2015, they have like a pastisserie concept. This is for us the strongest competitor, and also because they offer different experience, like we're planning to do with the tea room concept. The market it is increasing and relatively it is a new market in this city. All the competitors mentioned they start operations no longer that 10 years ago. And the next, the potential the potential market projection, as we can see in this graphic, those are values of millions of dollars. For 2021, it started in $80 million, and for 2024, it is planned to go to $125. This is good for our plan for La Dourée because it is also that we can identify the potential in this market, and as I mentioned before, it is increasing day by day. Also, the market size in the specific snacks in the market that we are offering, including ice cream, savory snacks, sweet biscuits, snack bars, and fruit snacks, they're growing, and it's planning to growing in the next 5 years at a rate of 4.5%.
Finally, according to the long-term vision of this franchising strategy, the first thing will be to project Laure as a restaurant in 1 year, especially to become the main luxury spot for couple celebrations, business events, and all kind of upscale meetings. In addition, Laure must be perceived as a part of a tourist experience by foreigners and also by Colombian customers, as we said before, who look forward to an original French experience. And to achieve this, we aim to promote Laure's arrival in the region with important chefs recognized in the area of desserts in Colombia. This includes Leonor Ospina, considered the best chef in Colombia, and Nicolás de Subiría, both from Cartagena. Secondly, we're looking for a partnership with Juan Valdez in order to make target market feel interest in Laure by seeing a familiar brand. Our idea with this is basically to achieve a sophisticated combination of flavors between Colombian coffee and the characteristic French macarons, creating a new special flavor for Colombia, an aspect in which Laure takes 6 months to give an acceptance according to its president. In addition, the implementation of Juan Valdez coffee beverage was not considered because Laure is very careful and strict with its identity and its brand image. Finally, the 80% of Laure market is female, which is a determining factor when it comes to forecasting the long-term business in Colombia. The proposal here will be to expand gradually product range without being limited to bakery, but including makeup and fragrances that are associated with this famous macaron, something that Laure already does in other countries. At this point, the long-term marketing strategy will be through digital channels such as TikTok, Instagram, and especially major magazines to achieve a connection between the fashion figures and important artists. The idea with this is to promote, besides makeup and fragrances, as I said before, exclusive boxes of macarons as limited editions in order to be placed as one of the best luxury gifts alternatives for important occasions in Cartagena and the rest of the main cities of Colombia.
We are looking forward to be the first franchise in Colombia. Thank you.